All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see every one of you here. My name is Alex from MarketWise Asia. All right, so if you guys can hear me loud and clear, please type me in the chat box, in the comments, or just say hi to me, all right? So I can see your comments. Hello, Christy. Hello, Chris. Hello, Eddie. Edwin. Eddie Pound. Edwin. Hello, James. Hello, Danny. Good to see every one of you here. All right. So just a quick show of hand here. Right? How many actually attended the Market Insights Virtual Summit that was held last weekend? All right, basically Saturday, Sunday. If you attended the summit, just type submit in the comments. All right. Hello, Christopher. Hello, Imran. Hello, Karen. Hello, Lisa. If you attended the summit, just type submit in the comments. Hello, Eugene. All right, so I can see quite a number of, not a number, a few, at least actually a few responded to me, okay? So I suppose the rest didn't watch the summit, is it? Anyway, we have a replay of the summit, okay? So let me just have a quick share. Let me wait. All right. Okay, let me just share my screen, okay? Oh, so just in case you actually missed the Market Insights Virtual Summit, we have a lot of content over here. And the summit is until today, okay? So remember to go ahead and go and watch the replay, like Colin Sell, Best Investing Opportunity, FX, how to invest in the stock market, technology stock, still worth investing in or not. So if you didn't watch it and want to watch the replay, it's supposed to be until today. So I'll post the link in the comments. Just go ahead and watch it. All right. All right. So Danny watched the 2 whole day. Thank you very much. All right. How many of you actually missed me? All right. I think because of the summit, I was busy preparing for the summit. So I think my last Facebook Live was on, I think it's on Thursday or Friday. I forgot already. And you can see that, I actually styled my hair during the summit. And right now it's back to the usual Facebook Live. So I didn't really style my hair already. Okay. All right. So yeah, back to my normal self. Okay. I hope you guys enjoy the summit because I really think the speakers really share a lot of good content and some strategies. All right. So yeah, I enjoy the summit and I also get some, learning ideas and trade ideas from the summit. Yes, Eugene, the replay should end today. So I'm discussing whether with Colin and Elena, whether we'll be extending the replay because I really received quite a number of emails asking for extension. Okay, so we'll discuss about that. Then I will send you guys an email again. All right. So thank you for joining me again. All right. So yeah. So by the way, if you guys want to receive updates from me, all right, from MarketWise Asia, do remember to join our Telegram channel. All right. So our Telegram channel, you should see the link on your screen, but I also post the link in the comments. All right. All right. So should join our Telegram channel. So whenever I go live, you should be able to see the updates. Okay. So let's get back to today. So today I'll be sharing with you the usual market updates and the industry to look out for and how I personally use Binni Ong wash and rinse strategy in my entry trigger. All right, so let's get started. All right, so let's get started. So I think before I go into that, I think one of the bigger news right now in the market is that this hedge fund that collapsed, right? This Archegos hedge funds. I didn't really read the stories, but basically there were a few stocks that were affected. For example, like this Viacom, Discovery, Baidu, Tencent Music, and they all plunged recently. All right. Actually, how many of you are actually holding, for example, Baidu shares or Tencent Music, right? If you actually hold Baidu, right, just type a B. If you hold Tencent Music, just type a T, right, in the comments. All right. Hey Jay, you are on Facebook Live. All right, good to see you here. See Jay, the stock guru. Remember to watch Jay replay if you haven't watched it, right? Really good content. He really share, how to do the sector analysis, watch out the good sectors, how to see different sectors that's in play. All right, do watch his replay. All right, so I really learned a lot from him also. We are good friends now, so we always share our stuff, okay, together. All right, so yes, so like for example, this is the Discovery. Can you see price actually, wow, that was a huge drop, right, for Discovery from the top to the bottom. Discovery actually dropped 55%. Okay, so right now price is at the cloud support over here. All right. And then let me see what else. Viacom, CBS. Okay, price actually also dropped, plunge, not drop, I would say it's plunge. Okay, plunge from drop about 58% near to 70%. All right, so right now price is below the cloud already. All right, and Baidu, how many of you actually hold Baidu? Okay, Baidu also not as fierce as Viacom and the Discovery. All right, Baidu. Okay, Baidu also drop about to the low is about 50%. And Tencent Music is I forgot the ticker name already. Tencent Music, TME, TME. Okay, so it is also plunged, drop about to the low is about 50%. So basically, all these four stocks drop about 40%. All right. Thank you, Patricia, for your kind words. All right. If I can share, I'll just share with you guys. All right. Thank you for your kind words. So yeah. What's interesting for, like for example, Tencent Music, is actually hit the yearly central pivot range. Can you see these black dotted lines over here and then rebounded? So yes, so it is like catching falling knife. So I won't take this kind of trade. But if you are really adventurous, but actually when it hit the yearly central pivot range, this is actually a good entry. All right, but don't take my words, okay? I'm just sharing with you what I view. By the way, whatever I share right now is just for informational purpose. It's not a recommendation to ask you what to buy or sell, to tell what to buy or sell. Alex is always wrong. Please don't copy me. All right, Alex is always wrong. Please don't copy me. Okay, so enough of these four stocks over here. Let's get back to the market over here. All right, so if you have been following my Facebook Live, I share about my views on the indices like NASDAQ, S&P 500, and the Dow Jones. All right. Basically, my view after so many days, after 1 week, my view still hasn't changed. All right. NASDAQ is still in a downtrend, at least based on the daily time frame. All right. Simply because price is below the cloud and is below the CPR. The central pivot range over here, this green dotted line over here. Okay, so can be quite frustrating to trade. As I mentioned already, price actually go down, go up, go down again. So personally, I have a short trade on the NASDAQ. So I'm just sharing with you what I do. Okay, this is not a recommendation to tell you what I do, to tell you what to buy or sell. It doesn't mean that price will go down. So basically, I shorted somewhere around here, then I placed my stop somewhere around here. Okay, so if price decided to go up, then I'll be stop out. So simple as that. I just play a bet on that the prices might fall. So this is just what I'm sharing with you. Yep. So the S&P 500, pretty strong. Okay, price is above the cloud and still above the CPR. And recently, the price, these two green bar over here is pretty strong. So, yep, it seems like it's trying to break this resistance. If it can convincingly break above this resistance over here, then it can get very bullish. Okay, so the Dow Jones has trying to test back the high again. test back the high again. All right, so yep, Danny, yes, Alex is always wrong one. Please don't copy me. Okay, so yep. So my view actually basically still hasn't changed, right? For the past few Facebook Live, you know, Dow and the Dow and the S&P are still on a uptrend, whereas for the NASDAQ, it is on a downtrend, okay, at least from the daily time frame. But from the weekly time frame perspective, even for the NASDAQ, all right, it is still on a uptrend, just that the NASDAQ is relatively weaker compared to the S&P and the Dow, right? If you guys understand what I'm trying to say, just type understand in the comments, or just type a U, letter U in the comment to show that you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that NASDAQ is going to crash. I'm not saying that NASDAQ is going to crash. I'm just placing a bet that NASDAQ might fall within the next few days to a few weeks. That's all. All right. Yes, James, this is more like rotation. Yes, to me, at this moment in time, it seems that it is still a rotation. It is still a rotation. All right. So, okay, so let's get back to the sectors. All right, so I'm using market in out. All right, this is a paid screener. All right, so for the past 1 month, can you see basically it's all down, not a lot, but the stronger ones is still utilities. All right, and for the past 1 week, right, it's basically down a bit. Energy is down. Utilities is quite strong. All right, so all right, if you go to the industry for the past 1 month, all right, the best is residential construction, like the home builders. All these they are pretty strong. I think I'll share with you a few example. I entered into the residential construction one, but I got stopped out. I'll share with you the reason why. Okay. And you see beverages, brewers, all right, grocery stores, steel, confection, uranium is still pretty strong, all right. And for the past 1 week, okay, you see the utilities. Can you see the utilities are heading higher? The utilities is heading higher. Oops, can you see? The utilities is heading highest. Can see, it's heading higher. Yes, okay. So if you are not using market in out, you can go to this site called Finviz. Cat and D, Danny, that is Jay's favorite stock. Okay. Yep. Finviz. All right, go to Finviz. All right, you go to the not screener, you go to the groups over here. Let me zoom. So you can go to the default is by sector. So you can see over here, yesterday utilities is the strongest. All right, technologies is the worst. Okay, all the technology is coming down. Consumer defensives basically is a consumer staple. It is still strong. Communication is still strong. For the past 1 week, utilities is still very strong. All right, so which means that in the coming April, all right, April utilities tends to perform very well. So you can look at the utilities stock, okay? So utilities, for example, if you want to look into what are the utilities stock, all right, you can go to click on this, all right? Then you can go to the overview, all right? So these are all the utilities stock, quite a number of them, okay? You can sort by market cap, all right? And sort by market cap. All right. So, okay. Did I click on the wrong one? This is, okay. Yeah, electric, yes. Okay, electric, all this, you can take a look. And let's take a look at the utilities sector. This is XLU. All right. So you can see it's starting to move higher. That's what I can see for the past 1 week. It's pretty strong, right? It's pretty strong. And can you see that utilities actually hit the CPR and also the yearly pivot? So look out for utilities. Okay, this is just my sharing with you. Look out for utilities. All right. So for the next 1 week or the next 1 month, you can take a look at utilities. It tends to perform very well in April, okay, for the utilities sector. All right, so for the industry, let's take a look at industry, okay? All right, again, I think because of my zooming, you cannot see the words over here. Let me try to unzoom a little bit smaller. All right, so utilities, all right, independent power producer, very strong yesterday. Recently, okay, if you have been following my Facebook Live, I mentioned about these beverages and brewers. So it has been moving up quite steadily also. So the stock that I actually mentioned is actually this TAP. This TAP, Molson Coors Beverage Company. I mentioned that, okay? All right, so actually, how many of you actually entered into this TAP, Molson Coors Beverages? Just a quick show of hand. If you enter into TAP, please type TAP into the comments. All right, so if you actually go to here, click into these beverages and brewers. All right, then you go to overview here. All right, this is TAP is one of them over here. Can sort by market cap. All right. All right. TAP is one of them. And the reason why I got into TAP is because my market in-out screener, all right, actually tells me that there's a signal. Basically, it's like turning into an uptrend. That's why I actually entered into TAP. Wow, Suhari, you actually entered into TAP. Okay. You should be positive right now, right? I'm not sure your entry price, but you should be positive right now, okay? Oh, by the way, this is just my personal opinion, all right? It could be wrong. I could be wrong, okay? Price could just fall. Please don't copy me. I'm just sharing because I have skin in the game. I entered. I just want to share with you, okay? Doesn't mean that I'm always correct, All right, so by the way, let me remove this yearly central pivot range. Okay, yearly central pivot range over here. Okay. All right. So I entered somewhere around. Let me see. Here. Okay. This bar over here. This bar over here. Okay. This bar over here. Can see, And my entry trigger is actually using Binni Ong wash and rinse strategy. Okay, wash and rinse. Later I will share with you more. Nowadays, a lot of my entries are using Binni's wash and rinse strategy. All right. So if you never watch her replay, all right, do remember, go watch it. Go watch it. All right. This is Binni Ong's the alien wash strategy to stop your trading frustration. All right. Very in the positive, is it? Enter last month. What? Enter last month. Okay. Then you should be very hot right now, right? Okay. Good. Okay, I entered just like one week ago, 2 weeks ago only. Okay. Yeah, all right. So yes, so what else? Let me share with you guys. I know some of you are asking me questions, so I will answer that later. So remind me, all right, if I didn't answer your question. I try to answer not individual stock, but generally your question. Okay. For example, like Pauline is asking about the TAP, right? Okay. So okay, so I think I'm trying to move here and there, a bit messy. Okay, let's just go back to my industry. Okay. So for the past 1 week, can you see steel, railroad, beverages, non-alcoholic? Basically, the beverages, the non-alcoholic, the breweries are moving very well. As you can see over here, the utilities is starting, 1 week is a bit down, but moving 1 week, right? It is starting, it's 1 month, it's 1 month. 1 month, it is a bit down here. Utilities a bit down here. Utilities diversified, all right? And it's starting to, this 1 week, it is starting to move higher up already. And one day to yesterday, so we can see that the utilities industry is gaining relative stronger than the rest of the industry. So you can take a look at the utilities. All right, I'm not going to share with you the individual stocks. Okay, I'm just sharing with you the broad base, the sectors. You can take a look. All right. So you do have to keep always looking at, Tesla, Palantir, all these tech stock. They essentially, all these tech stock are coming down. Like they are moving in a downtrend, or they're in a downtrend. Okay, so there are a lot of things, like for example, like Danny say, Caterpillar, DE, all right, they are in the industrial, right? For example, Caterpillar, okay, very strong market, right? Like what Jay said in his presentation. All right, so again, if you didn't watch Jay, this is Jay Toon. All right, Jay Toon, the little no momentum trading secret to ride profitable trend. Remember to watch his session, okay? Good information. He talked about Caterpillar, right? All these are very strong stock, slowly hidden, quietly in the background, moving higher. All right, it is definitely easier to trade than Tesla, for example. By the way, I'm not against Tesla or anything. I'm just saying that in a very objective way, that Tesla now is in a downtrend on the daily time frame. Okay, so like for example, DE, Deere and Co, all very strong stock. You see, all hitting very high. You see, so you don't have to die, just trade all the technology stock. Okay, just step aside the technology stocks unless you're willing to buy and hold for the next few years, then maybe you can take a look. But if you're talking about swing trading, position trading, then this might not be the best time to look at tech stock. It's like a rotation into the other sectors. All right. So yes, maybe I should answer Pauline right now. So Pauline asks, is it okay to enter tab when it's below the cloud, though it bounced off the CPR? All right, let's go to this tab again. Okay. Right, okay. The reason why I entered is because I'm looking at a higher time frame also, the weekly time frame. So for weekly time frame, every single bar you see, okay, let me just go to candle. It'll be easier for you guys to see, okay, easier for your eyes. All right, the reason why I'm going to weekly time frame is because higher time frame analysis. So can you see the TAP go down, and recently price just broke above the cloud. So this signal to me, this could be a potential new uptrend, okay? So I want to take a bet that, price could hit higher, and there's a lot of upside if I'm correct. You see, this is not even halfway. So the previous high was in 2016, so there's a lot of room for upside. All right, just to stress again, I'm always wrong, don't copy me. This is just my personal view. I could be wrong, okay? I'm willing to take a bet, all right? So, yep. So on a daily time frame, it could be still on a downtrend. You are right. So it is on a downtrend. It's on a downtrend because at that moment in time where I entered, price is still below the cloud over here. It's still below the cloud over here. But price is starting to move above the central pivot range already. So this tells me that the downtrend on the daily time frame, it is weakening. The downtrend is weakening. So which means that the uptrend could be beginning to form, all right? And another give me so confidence to enter is because it is above the at the yearly central pivot range already. I remove the green color one. Can you see the the black dotted line over here? So was below, then started to move above. All right, it is telling me that it could be finding a strong support at this level. So I decided to place a bet lah. I place a bet. All right, yes, that's right. Yes, Pauline, you are right. TAP is similar to L-Trail. This is MO. Okay, L-Trail. Okay, I think this is what Jay talked about that in the session also, in his session. Yes, L-Trail. Okay. All right. So yes, I saw this, but I didn't enter into here. Right, I missed out this move. You see, I don't want to chase really. So price has really went up too high. I don't want to chase. So essentially, the concept is the same. Price has been in a downtrend. Price go above the cloud, and I want to enter. The best is if you could enter somewhere around here, lah. Okay. So on a daily time frame, the best time to enter is somewhere around here. Okay, on a daily time frame, it can be quite messy because it's like in a big consolidation. All right, so yep, it's exactly the same. I'm using the higher time frame analysis to see what kind of stocks are beginning to form an uptrend. All right. So Pauline, so do I answer your question? All right. I hope I do. I hope I do. All right. So yes. So I'm now going to the wash and rinse trigger already. All right. So let me share with you some of the things I mentioned. Okay, let me see. Okay. All right. I'm going to share with you some of my losses. I'm going to share some of my winners. Okay. I just totally be transparent with you. All right. Not all trades are winners. Okay. Not all trades are flying. Okay. There'll be some losses. All right. Is it okay if I share with you my losses and winners as well? If I could, right, just type a yes in the comments while I take a break. All right. So is it okay if I share with you some of my winners and losses? So only then you want to hear my trade, is it? All right. So yes. Thank you so much for your answer. All right. By the way, if you guys are listening to this Facebook Live, right, do remember to give me a like, share, or comment if you can. If you can share, that's the best lah. So at least more people can hear about this sharing on Facebook Live. And I always try to give value. And if you give me a like or comment, then at least you're telling Facebook that you're enjoying my content. Then you want to hear more of me in the future. Because if you don't engage with me, Facebook will not show you my Facebook Live maybe in the near future if you don't interact with me. So if you want to hear more from me, if you think that I'm giving value in this Facebook Live, just give me a like, share, or comment. All right. So yes. All right. So for example, okay, I'll talk about my winners first. So I entered into a few of these stocks like Wish, LSCC, Lattice. I mentioned in my previous Facebook Live, my AMD, T-Dog, CHD, FXC. Okay, so these are some of the things I mentioned. I didn't mention all. I still have some, but I want to maintain some of my privacy. So these are the few I mentioned publicly on my Facebook Live. All right. Okay, and yesterday I also entered into 2 positions, but I'm not going to mention them now. Okay, I'll keep it private. Okay, so let's start. FWIS, Wish. How I use the wash and rinse pattern. Wash and rinse. All right, so the concept is still the same. I'm still using the cloud. I'm still using the pivot point. I'm still using the yearly pivot. I'm still using the central pivot range. All right, so nothing has changed. It's just my entry and trigger that I'm using Binni's wash and rinse method. All right, so go here. All right, so can you see over here? All right, price is okay because Wish. By the way, Wish is Wish.com is this e-commerce site. You might have come across that. Okay, it was on my buy watch list previously. So I actually entered long over here, somewhere around here, quite some time ago already. Then boom, it went up, I took profit, and then it came down, I become bearish. So I'm actually very objective. So when a stock goes into uptrend, I want to go long. If a stock go to a downtrend, I want to go short. So I have no feelings in those stocks if I'm doing swing trading. Okay. All right. So why I go short is because price is below the CPR, price is below the yearly central pivot range over here. So I want to give it a try. I want to go short because the context logic, which is also more in the e-commerce space, I treat it like a tech also, to be honest. So yeah, okay, so yes. Okay, so I entered somewhere around here. Okay, I entered somewhere around here. I zoom in bigger. All right, so this is a wash. This bar is a wash. All right, this is a rinse. This is a rinse. All right, let me repeat. This is Binni Ong wash bar. All right, goes higher, tricking you that very bullish. You want to go long. All right, then this is the wash bar. The next day, it totally reversed. So, and it also coincides with the yearly pivot, which is also hitting as a resistance. So I went short over here. Okay, and I actually took my profit somewhere around here, this bar. I'm out already, so it can go down lower, but I just don't care really. I'm out. So risk to reward is 1:2. So I risk 1R, I get about 2R. Okay, so I'm out already. So this is my winning trade. This is a wash and rinse pattern. So what's the next one? LSCC. All right, lattice semiconductor. Actually, lattice is semiconductor. Like for example, certain semicon. I think ASML is it? TSMC are pretty strong. But somehow this lattice is pretty weak. It's pretty weak. All right. So, So price is although still above the cloud, but below the central pivot range. I actually shorted near the CPR over here. All right. So this is the let me see. Yes, this is the wash bar. All right. And this is the rinse bar. Okay. So I actually shorted somewhere around this bar over here, but I placed my stop somewhere around here. Okay. And very tight stop. So if I'm wrong to get out already. So nearly stop out. This is the wash. This is the wash bar. Okay. Okay. And then subsequently price actually go down. I took profit somewhere around here. Okay. Somewhere around here. Yeah. So yes, yeah. So on this green bar, actually price open gap down. I'm out already. Okay, so I'm out already. So yep. So wash and rinse. Can you see the wash and rinse pattern is not really a candlestick pattern or a kind of 1 day bar, 2 day bar, 3 day bar, 4 day bar, that kind. So it's not a fixed one. So it can be a few days. Okay. So this is a wash and rinse. What else? Let me see. The AMD. All right, AMD. Also, I mentioned quite a number of Facebook Live weeks ago. I mentioned about AMD. All right. So the reason why I entered that when there was a tech sell-off, it actually hit this yearly pivot. So I thought I want to make a bet lah. Price that could be a rebound. It could be good for swing trade. All right. So this is a wash bar. Price was damn bearish, wash bar, and then the next day it rinse bar. It reversed back up again. So it kind of hit the support, and then there's a wash and rinse pattern trigger. So I entered into that. All right. Okay. And then I took profit somewhere around this green bar over here. Not exactly a lot of profit, but because there's FOMC that day, so I decided the news was fluctuating, so I decided to fuck lah, just take profit lah. Okay. T-Dog, I think one of the ARK ETF favorite also, right? T-Dog. So very similar over here. This somewhere around here, entry. Okay, T-Dog. All right. T-Dog is not exactly a wash and rinse, but T-Dog actually I entered a slight loss. Okay, so T-Dog is not the actual wash and rinse. All right. So CHD. All right. I think CHD is one of my biggest winners recently for swing trade. I'm still holding for CHD. Church and Dwight. Okay, Church and Dwight. How many of you actually know this CHD or are aware of this company, Church and Dwight, CHD? All right. If you know, let me know what product does it produce. Okay, I think it's a consumer staple or consumer, yeah. All right, CHD is the company that produce the the baking soda you normally find in supermarket, and the value store. They always sell this orange packet baking soda. You can remove all the smells or everything. All right. Yes. So CHD is this company that produce this. One of the brands that produce this under CHD, Church and Dwight. So right, you know that. So it's the baking soda company. It's the baking soda company. If this is something new to you, type new in the comments. Yes, that's right, Danny. That's the Hammer product, the Hammer brand. It is something new to you. All right, so for CHD, on the weekly time frame, it is still on a uptrend. All right, above the cloud, above the yearly pivot, but on a daily time frame, right, price is actually hit. Okay, although it is below the cloud, but it hit the yearly pivot. Okay, again, all right, again, this is Binni Ong wash bar. There's a wash over here, and this is the green bar over here is the rinse bar. Okay, is a rinse bar. So I entered somewhere around here. All right, and then I just write all the way up lah. I just write all the way up. I haven't exit. So now right now it is up about up 10% already. I'm still holding to this CHD. So for this CHD, it depends. I will see whether I want to continue to write up or I want to trail. So I have no fixed way to exit my position. All right. So yes, and then I have this FXC. FXC is a slight loss. Okay, FXC. Sorry, it's FCX. Sorry, this is a copper Freeport McMoran. All right. Yes, so I entered. It was at the price was uptrend. Price was at the CPR at above the cloud. So this is a wash bar. This is the wash bar over here, and then this is the rinse bar. Okay. Yeah. So on this day, I actually exited lah. So it's more like break even now. Okay. So I don't feel comfortable with the price action, but technically the trigger is valid. This is the wash bar and this is the rinse bar. All right. So I will show you my losing trade also. So losing trade is this. Recently one I told is SMPS. All right. So yep. All right. So SMPS. Okay. Yep. I entered somewhere around, I shorted here. Placed my stop somewhere around that high over here. So I got stop out, I think two days ago. All right. So essentially this is a wash bar and then a rinse bar over here. So it is not, it's wrong. I think I got it wrong. So it doesn't mean that the wash and rinse is always correct. Okay. There'll be losses. Okay. There's a losses. There'll be losses over here. Okay. So, and then, yes, so on hindsight, I shouldn't be shorting this because it looked like it could continue to head higher because of forming a flat pattern. So yes, but anyway, I just took a loss. All right. So let me see what else. KBH. All right. KBH very doing. KBH. Okay. KBH. Nowadays, recently the home builders were strong. KBH. Right. KBH, all right, KBH. I forgot, actually there's earnings over here. I overlooked the earnings. Okay. So actually, this is the wash bar over here, and then the rinse bar over here. Okay. Yes, but I held on to it, but then subsequently price fell. So that because of the earnings also, okay, because of earnings, but subsequently it recovered again. Okay, so I just take the full loss. Okay. So, but recently the home builders are pretty strong. Okay, so I took the full loss, and Toll Brothers. Okay, I also exited. Basically same now. Okay, I never wait for the day to close and entered. So technically, I thought that this day is the wash bar, and then this day is the rinse bar. Okay, so it wasn't. So subsequently, it fell. So my stop was very, very tight. So yeah, just below this low here. So I got stop out also. Okay. So yeah, in hindsight, I shouldn't put my stop so close because but last week I wasn't very sure about the market also. So essentially, I just want to, if I'm wrong, I just want to get out that kind of so small position. All right. So yes, so essentially this is how I use Binni Ong wash and rinse strategy. Okay. So yes, YC, you say that my wash and rinse bar, please define, is not clear. Okay. Because I'm using Binni strategy, all right, I don't think it's right for me to explain too much into the wash and rinse strategy because this is essentially her strategy. Okay. So please go and watch her session over here. Where is it? the wash and rinse strategy. So by the way, this wash and rinse strategy is not a fixed candlestick pattern. It's not a candlestick pattern. Okay, it is not just a 1 bar, 2 bar reversal, that kind of pattern. No, it's not a bullish engulfing pattern. No, so you need to attend her session. So she's giving a 1 month free trial to this wash and rinse MT5 indicator. Let me just share with you the where is it? Yeah, wash and rinse alien wash indicator. All right, so I post in the link over here, and you should see the, let me see, link in the screen also, the free Tor indicator. All right, and to be honest, all right, if you really trust me, all right, then just go ahead and sign up for her wash and rinse, the Tor, the alien wash strategy course. Okay, it is just 396 only. All right, so what you get is that this 6-month alien wash, 24 months Telegram broadcast, and what is the best is this. Let me try to zoom in. I'm not sure you can see it now. All right. Useful is this, the 3 live webinar and the 4 recorded session on the wash and rinse strategy. Okay. By the way, Binni strategy is not a black box strategy. So after the session, right, if you don't subscribe to the Tor indicator, you still can apply it on to yourself. So once you learn the strategy, you will know how to spot the wash and rinse method. All right. So this is how useful it is. And personally, I am using it myself. Like you see, I'm using it myself. By the way, I've been trading the market for the past 10 years already. And I have a CFT designation. I think you can see this, right? A CFT designation. So I've read all the textbook on technical analysis, all the indicators, whatever shit you tell me, I know lah. Okay. And basically, Binni's wash and rinse strategy is something very unique, and you won't hear it or read it in textbook 1. Okay, you won't hear it, see it in textbook 1. So this is how I really endorse lah. Okay, because I'm personally using it myself. Okay, I'm not trying to promote something that is scammy, that I don't use myself or anything. Okay, so even if you don't believe in wash and rinse for whatever reason, all right, just go ahead and register for the MT5 free indicator. It is free. It is free. 免费的, okay, it is free. Just go ahead and test it out. And if you get the free session, the free indicator, you also get a one training session. So just go and listen what she has to say, what she has to offer, then you decide for yourself lah. All right. So let me take a break and see the question. All right. Isaiah Kaiser is asking, got wash and rinse indicator for trading view? No, it is on MT4, MT5, and for Binni free offer, it is on MT5. All right, it's on MT5. Okay, so yes, right now this indicator is not on trading view. Jess, you say you have problem with the download. Maybe you can just reply directly to Binni team. See how they can help you with the download. All right. Ivy, it is the same. So for the training in MT5 during this session itself, Binni will share with you on the 30th March. Actually, that's today, right? 30th March, that's today, 8:30. All right. She'll share with you how to use it on the MT5. All right. Doris, you are so yes, it is. James is not on trading view. All right. Jess. So I think they might be busy because there are a lot of people signing up for their free indicator. So give them some time. Don't expect them to reply within a few hours or one day. Give them maybe 1 or 2 days, because the best is that you can attend the training session tonight and take a look. Okay. All right. By the way, I really cannot share exactly what is this Tor strategy openly because this is not my strategy. But I'm telling you that I can share you with my entries, certain patterns. You can see whether you can see it or not. Okay, so I really cannot share it openly because it is Binni's strategy. All right, so yeah, so again, last call. all right, if you really trust me, all right, just go ahead and sign up for the 3961. Okay, you will love it. All right, you'll love it. Anyway, this is not a few $1,000s. This is just like $400. I actually told Binni, you know, if your course, after learning your course, it is a few $1,000s, I might consider buying also. Yeah, she provided tremendous value in her session. All right. So yeah, so go ahead and register for it. All right. So I want to take on some question right now. All right. So any question you want to ask me in today, just let me know. All right. Any questions so far? Let me see the question. Okay. Zhen Jie is asking, how do I set my stop loss and TP? All right. So I'll just use AMD for example. AMD. I think a lot of people are interested in tech stock, right? All right. So there are a few ways where you can set your stop loss. No fast and hard rule, but it depends on your preference. Okay. So for me, all right, I entered somewhere here. All right. I will place my stop just below the swing low here, a little bit of buffer, okay? So if I'm wrong, I want to get out already, because by right, the wash and rinse trigger, if it really want to reverse, it should reverse quite fast, okay? Yep, so I'll place below the stop loss. If you want to give it a little bit more buffer, you can set your stop loss a low, all right, set one time ATR below this low, all right, of this red bubble here. So I suppose it be somewhere around here, okay? Then a bit more buffer, all right. For TP wise, I also don't have a fast and hard rule, all right? So you can trail your profit, or if you really want, right, 1.5 times or 2 times your profit, you can just go ahead and TP, all right? So yeah, and I prefer to trail if possible, but sometimes I also use discretionary if I don't like the price action. Like for example, like T-Dog, I mentioned, right, T-Dog, I don't like the price action. I will just exit at a slight loss or with a smaller profit. All right, like I exit somewhere around here, so a small loss over here. The reason why I don't like, because it's starting to look like a bear flag to me, so I don't really like it. Meaning that bear flag, meaning that price, there's a tendency for price to come down lower, okay. I hope that answer your question. All right. All right. Okay, is there a way to screen stocks based on the wash and rinse trigger? All right, so if you're using the MT5 indicator, the indicator will show you the signal on what are the stocks that is potentially showing the wash and rinse trigger. So for myself, all right, I'm using market in out. So I code it myself. So because I know how the wash and rinse method works, right? So as I said, this is not a black box method. Binni will share with you how it actually works. Okay, so it's not a black box method. So I actually have this stock screener myself. Let me just share with you. For example, where is it? Stock. Where is it? I saw. Sorry. Suddenly zoom too big, I cannot see. All right. So for example, I have quite a number of screener. Like for example, you see, like this, Tor buy, Tor, the alien wash buy trigger. All right. So like for example, CTXS. Let's go back to CTXS. All right. CTXS. CTXS, yeah. Okay. This is the wash bar. This is the rinse bar. Okay, this is the wash bar, this is the rinse bar. All right, but of course, not every signal is valid. I still have to go through them myself because, like for example, like this, the price action can be quite messy, very noisy. So I don't like to take this kind of signal. So I'm still discretionary. I will see what the wash and rinse, the TOR, the alien wash indicator, the signal tells me, the trigger tells me. Then I'll take a look at myself. For example, over here. Let me see, like for example, okay, take a look here. Twitter, for example, there's a signal it tells me that there's a wash and rinse signal. All right, TWTR. Let me see. Let's take a look. TWTR. TR. Actually, Twitter looks not too bad. Okay, Twitter looks not too bad. So yes, so this is the wash bar over here, and yesterday was the rinse bar. All right, so can you see that it's not a direct wash and rinse 2-day pattern. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4 4-day pattern. It's a 4-day wash and rinse pattern completed. All right, so sounds interesting to you, right? How do you read the wash and rinse pattern, right? So go ahead and register for the wash and rinse webinar tonight by Binni, and also take advantage of a free 1-month indicator. It is free lah, okay? It is free. Just go ahead and just try it out, okay? All right. So yes, so this is how I screen myself lah. So I don't really have to depend on Binni or the TOR indicator, but I'm still subscribed to her indicator. So I just love to hear her views. She's a very experienced trader, and she's also a trainer at SGX Academy. In short, 她吃盐比我吃米多啦. Okay. Yep. All right. So Doris is asking, does Binni focus mainly on FX? Not really. So the wash and rinse strategy can work across all board, across all the board. All right. So FX, stocks, I'm using myself, commodities, indices. All right. It works all across the board. All right. James is asking, I notice semiconductor might be 1 day down, 1 day up. Happen to semiconductor as well. Looks like it is a day trading market. The answer is, how do I answer? The answer is yes, it's volatile. So if you are really competent in day trading, then you could profit. But I'm not that competent in day trading. I'll be totally honest with you. I'm not that good. Okay, so I don't do day. I used to do, but I have to really stare at the screen, and the edge is not there, so I stopped doing that really. So nowadays I prefer to do my swing trade nowadays. Okay, so semiconductors also very volatile. All right, yes, that's right. Can consider extending the replay of this summit for a few more days, 48 hours. Yong, okay, let me talk to my bosses first, okay? We might consider, all right? So, yeah, we hope so. We hope to extend the replay. Patricia, yeah, UEC, yes, UEC. Yes, I'm still holding. What price do you enter, Patricia? What price do you enter? What price do you enter? UEC, I'm still inside. All right, since I'm talking about UEC, let me tell you this. UEC, I entered here quite some time already. Early this year. All right, early this year. So also based on the wash and rinse strategy. All right. So this is the rinse. This is the wash bar, and this is the rinse bar. So I entered somewhere around here at the top here. Wash bar here, rinse bar here. So again, this is a 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day. 4-day pattern to work out to be a completed wash and rinse pattern. All right, and it is at the central pivot range. So I just hold on to it all the way. All right. So I have no stress because I entered quite early. 2.75. You are actually you entered quite late. Yep. All right. So I really cannot give you Patricia, I'll be totally honest with you. I really cannot advise you whether you should, hold on to it, because I don't know whether you are doing swing trading or you're doing position trading. Right? Let's say I tell you that to cut, then then the next few weeks suddenly UEC just go like this, then you'll be cursing and swearing at me. I cannot tell you. Then if I ask you not to cut, then the next week, then price do like this, again, you'll be back to cursing and swearing at me. So I suggest that if you already entered, have a predefined stop loss in place. All right. If it stop you out, then so be it. And you try to re-enter again. All right. Since you're talking about UEC, by the way, I'm bullish on uranium also. This is one sector that I think is a potential uptrend. Again, don't copy me. I could be wrong. All right. So again, I saw this again. Right. This is a wash bar and this is a rinse bar. All right. So if you want to enter for the prior few days, you could enter on this bar also. All right. This is a wash bar. This is a rinse bar. Right, this is a 1, 2, 3, 3-day completed wash and rinse pattern. Okay, so can you see there's no fixed rule that is a bullish engulfing. It's not a specific candlestick pattern. Okay, so this is I'm just sharing with you, like, like, again, this is at a support over here. Like, so this is a valid wash and rinse tall trigger if you really want to enter. All right. Kai is asking, wash and rinse pattern, do you see weekly market support substantiate with daily CPR and C price action if there is wash and rinse? Yes. Or there's a lot of things. Yes, I look at the weekly support, all right, and if it hit the daily CPR or the yearly PV CPR, I'll be more than happy. And if price hit the pivot and there is a wash and rinse pattern, I lucky happy. This is like a high probability trade to me. Okay, this is like high probability. But of course, that doesn't mean that every single trade will be a positive winner. I have to tell you that if I tell you that I'm 100% wash and rinse method is positive, then I'm a scammer already. I'm totally frank with you. It's not like this. There'll be winners and losers. As long as your winners is more than your loser, then overall you still positive. Okay, you understand that? All right. Maurice, yes, UEC is still on an uptrend to me. Do you know why? Do you know why or not? UEC is still on a trend. I think if you are not new to me, Maurice, I think you've been with me for quite some time, right? I think I saw your familiar Facebook name, right? Above the CPR, above the cloud, so it's uptrend. But price can get volatile, okay? Price can get volatile, see? All right, so you have to tahan the volatility, okay? Pauline is asking whether a wash bar for CCJ. For CCJ. No, there is no wash and rinse pattern for the past 1 week. No, actually there's no wash and rinse here. The whole week there's no wash and rinse. So there's no trigger. All right. So let's say okay, doesn't mean that you only need to use wash and rinse for a trigger, okay? So for example, this is not a wash and rinse trigger, but you could enter here also, price actually hit the CPR, and then when price break the previous day high over here, you can enter also. This is also a nice run up. If you're doing swing trading, you can place your stop loss here, 1.5 times, 2 times ATR, or 1.5 times or 2 times the risk, you can take profit here. All right. So it doesn't mean that you just need to strictly follow the wash and rinse. Okay, you can use whatever method you use for your trigger. You could do that as well. But nowadays I prefer to use the wash and rinse trigger. All right. Eugene, what do you mean by any wash and rinse? All right. Kai is asking, how different is your position daily process different from my swing process? Okay, for position daily, right, I tend to want to look at those newly uptrend. All right, for example, like the one that I mentioned, right? The tap, all right? Tap, right? To me, this is a new uptrend. So I entered with the intention to hold for a few months to maybe 1 year, that kind, a fresh uptrend, all right? A fresh uptrend. So I believe, Kai, you are a SMT graduate, right? So let's say like some of the stocks, right, it already ran up already, all right? It already ran up for quite some time. So even there is a GAT subsequent green arrow signal for me to enter, I will not enter into a position. That's my preference. I don't like to enter late into a trade when it is the price has ran up already. Of course, price can continue to run up higher and higher, but I'm taking a huge, a higher risk. So I only look into those fresh trend. Then I want to go into this position trading. And if the trend is already ran up already, then I may want to go into swing trading. Okay, I don't know whether if I answer your question well enough. Okay, for the rest, if you don't understand, doesn't matter, just forget it. Okay. All right. So, what do you think of bank stock like BAC? BAC. 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 Okay, let's see an example over here. This is a weekly chart. So the wash and rinse also works on the weekly chart, and it gives even a stronger weightage. All right. A higher time frame is always better than lower time frame. Okay. So this is a wash bar. This is a rinse bar. All right. So if we enter a weekly time frame over here, then you can round to this here. All right. Daily time frame wise, let me see. Where is the wash and rinse? All right. Of course, I would prefer price could hit the CPR over here. All right. But if you really want to strictly enter on the wash and rinse trigger, all right, so this is the wash bar over here, and this is the rinse bar. So you enter this green bar over here, and you can write up quite a bit over here, at least 2 times if you put your stop loss over here. All right, I think you might be very curious, right? How does the wash and rinse pattern works, right? Because like every candle you see is a bit different, you know. Do you feel curious? To be honest, do you feel curious or not? All right, let me know if you kind of feel intrigued by this wash and rinse strategy. Just type WR in the comments. Let me take a break. Super curious. Only one is curious. The rest is not curious, is it? The rest is not curious. All right. So when I first heard about Binni, I was very curious. You know, like, because I'm an experienced trader myself already. So I think, what the fuck is this wash and rinse? Doesn't look like a specific candle pattern. Doesn't look like a bullish engulfing pattern. Doesn't look like this. Doesn't look like that. I'm trying to figure out. Okay. All right. Once you actually attended Binni session, you're like, wow, okay, it's actually pretty simple. It's pretty simple. Okay. And then kind of I started to like wash and rinse more and more. So I started to use Binni's method. All right. And I'm very sorry, you're right, if I'm making you very curious, because this is not my method. So it's not nice for me to share openly here. Okay. So you just go attend Binni's free session, or attend or just go ahead and register for the free MT5 indicator free trial. And again, all right, if you really trust me, just go ahead and buy it. You will not regret it. All right. All right. Yes, thank you so much. All right. So by the way, if you encounter any issue regarding the installation of the MT5 here, or they never get back to you, you can drop me a message. All right. If you receive my emails, right, you can just drop me a message regarding the submit, replay, all this. Just drop me to any of my email, okay. I will get back to Binni. I know Binni personally, so yeah, no issue on that. All right. So I know quite a number of speakers personally. So it might help to expedite your issue faster. All right. All right. Just now, Kai say TNK. You're making me curious, is it? TNK got wash and rinse, wash and rinse? Or not wash and rinse? Kai, are you referring to TK tankers? If you are referring to TK tankers, then this is not what I'm doing. I think what I will entering because based on the weekly time frame, this is on a downtrend. Price is below the cloud and below the yearly pivot. So can you see that price actually hit the yearly pivot and stuck there already? Can you see how accurate that is? All right, stuck there and then come down again. So this is a downtrend, right? So even though on the daily time frame, it is on a uptrend. All right, but I wouldn't enter because on a weekly time frame, this is still on a downtrend. So I want price to be at least above the yearly pivot. Then I might consider putting a long trade. All right, I would answer a question. Wash and rinse strategy actually it kind of works in higher time frame. So in daily time frame, weekly time frame, the best lah. The higher the time frame is, the better it is. Okay. So of course, when the market is volatile, no strategies will work perfectly fine lah. So you have to be more nimble, exit faster, that kind. Okay. Nelly is asking AAL. All right, AAL. That is a very good candidate. Nelly. I'm looking at that. All right. Okay, now I'm spilling the beans already. I'm still looking at AAL. Okay, yeah. AAL over here. All right, so AAL price just broke above the cloud over here. And the airline industry recently basically the consumer cyclicals are doing pretty well. So AAL is something I'm looking at. Potential over here. Don't mark my words. Okay, this is just my personal opinion. I could be wrong, and I am always wrong. Don't copy me. All right. All right. So right now there's a pullback over here on a daily time frame. Okay. All right. For AAL, all right. There is a wash and rinse. This is the wash bar. This is the rinse bar. Okay. But I would prefer price to hit at the CPR lah. But it didn't hit. But based on the based on just the trigger itself, this is a valid signal, wash bar and a rinse bar over here. And then this is the weekly time frame. All right, this is a wash bar. This is a wash bar, and this week, there's a possibility that let's see whether there's a rinse bar. If the rinse bar form, then it could signal quite a bullish signal for AAL again. All right. Again, are you curious how this wash and rinse price works or not? I take a look at one look, I know how to spot the wash and rinse already. Okay. Yes. Albert is asking how I set the pivot. Pivot, yes. Okay, set a pivot. All right. There are a few ways. All right. You just search. Albert, are you new to MarketWise Asia? All right. So if you want to set the pivot, all right, just search for the pivot, PIVOT. Pivot standard, all right. Pivot standard, you will see the pivot traditional standard already. You'll find this, all right. For the CPR, you go to these pivot stacks, all right. Pivot stacks, STAX. Yeah, pivot range, daily, weekly, monthly. This is the central pivot range. Okay, I hope I explained that clearly enough. Know where to get. Eugene, make you wanna go laundry? Anyway, okay. I think I've spoken for too long already. It's more than 1 hour already. Anyway, one last call. If you want to go to Binni Ong wash and rinse class, just head over to the link below over here. I put in a comment. All right. So she has a 1 month trial MT5 indicator. All right. Just go ahead and the session is tonight. So I think even if you're not free tonight, you'll be recorded for you, but you have to register for this free trial first lah. Okay. And again, last call. If you really trust me, just go ahead and buy it. no question asked if you really trust me. Okay, it's really good. All right. If you guys are getting value from this session, please type a value from in the comments, so at least you know I'm not wasting my saliva for the past 1 hour 15 minutes. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, are you getting value from this session? Please remember to give me a like, share, or comment. That's the best. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. So yes, thank you, Pauline. Thank you, Eugene. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Lai Ying. Thank you, YL. All right. Thank you, Christy. Wow, so fast. It's already 3 p.m. already. All right. So yep. So I will see you guys in the next Facebook Live soon. Remember to once again to like, share, and comment. So yeah, maybe and 2 days later. Okay, I need a break also. So thank you so much. I will end the session right now, and I'll see you guys in the next Facebook Live. All right. See you. Bye bye.